Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader, your guide to a clearer perspective. I have a message for Capricorn today. This is a high vibration channeled message from my guides and from the other side. Before we jump in, and if you're returning, I'm going to do the reading a tiny bit differently than usual. I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing if you haven't already. It does really help to support this channel and help spread the positive energy we're trying to get out into the world. So Capricorn, let's see what your first card is. We have the Eight of Wands. So we start the week with a bang. I feel like this is a really big, I just got a really big rush of forward moving energy. So this is really the energy that catapults you out into the future and is showing you a bit of a hint of your future self. So this is an important week, Capricorn, because everything, every moment you are in every present moment you're literally seeing your future. So if you are finding yourself encountering a lot of frustration in the moment, that's going to be your future. If you are finding a lot of contentment and peace, that's going to be your future. If you're seeing and not necessarily, how do I say this? If you are deciding to perceive your future, if you are deciding to perceive opportunities in your present, your future is also going to be filled with opportunities. So this is about taking control of the now to give you the focus and the reap the benefits for the then. This is it's a very sharp, fast energy that I'm feeling from this card. So there's kind of an immediacy or a bit of an urgency to this message that's coming to you, because there must be something planetary, or there must be something with you that's lined up so closely with the manifesting energy right now that it's like you think about it, it happens. It's like that quick. So it's very, very key that you stay very present, conscious and aware of what's going on in your emotional body, in yourself. Okay, so let's look at the next card. Okay, this is interesting because we've got the Star for the way you're responding to this energy. And so this seems like it's a quiet time for you that kind of goes against the energy we were talking about here, which is all about movement and energy and this is more just So this is a recovery time. This is a time of balance. This is a time of self-care. And if that is indeed the case with you, this is not a bad thing to be doing right now. But I think what the message actually is saying is that the better care you take of yourself now, the better care of yourself that you take now. I'm having such a hard time with English at this moment. The quality of your self-care is going to determine your future. That's what we're trying to say. So if you are not taking care of yourself, then in your future, you're going to see yourself very run down and unable to grab opportunities that are coming your way. If you are really setting yourself up well, getting lots of rest, taking the time you need to be in nature, taking the time you need to recharge by yourself, spend fun time with others, but also give yourself that balance. If you see yourself doing that, you're going to have a balanced life in the future coming at you, and you're going to have the energy for whatever comes your way. So, okay, rather than expand on that, they want me to draw more cards. So let's see what they have next for you. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, Fool, walking away from the Queen of Pentacles, and then our last card, okay, Rebirth. We are seeing expansion of this message here. Queen of Pentacles, and you see how she's looking over at the Star. You see that? Queen of Pentacles is talking about that grounded, earthly, nurturing energy that takes care of the body, takes care of the human self. And she has her own intuition, but it's intuition about what's healthful for the body. And she's looking over at the Star saying, I wish this would happen. I wish that there would be a better sense of attunement with this body, with this with this self-care. Like I talked about the rhythms of the body, your body knows when it needs sleep, it knows when it needs a nap, it knows when it needs iron, it knows all these things. And she's asking you to come back to that feeling, what does my body actually need right now? We're so on the spiritual path concerned with the soul. What does my soul want me to do? What can I do? But the soul can't exist without the body. The body is the vessel for the soul. You see that? The soul is this life energy pouring through. This, I say culminating, but that's not the right word. I guess I'll just say culminating because that's what's coming through. This energy that falls onto the planet and allows us to achieve our life's purpose, it has to come through a body. Something has to hold it. And this is that practical, grounded, yes, take care of this body, make this happen, because look where we're headed. We're headed for something amazing. The Fool walking into the rebirth. So this is a big moment of purging, of transformation, a big chance to totally upend your world in a good way. This is not like something happens to you and you're totally changed. This is you actually doing the work to transform yourself. And in a lot of this journey, I get the feeling that there just hasn't been a lot of time for your body to play catch up with that. Maybe your mind and your spirit and your heart have already figured out where you're going and you're pushing towards there. But these two cards here are just screaming to me. They're just crying, saying, you got to let us catch up. You've got to take care of us. If we can't go anymore because we're not, we don't have the energy, you can't make us do this. It's interesting because right now when I'm talking to you, I'm feeling a big pressure. It's not up here where I get when my power is compressed. It's lower. It's kind of like heart and solar plexus area, almost like there's a restlessness and I can't, like if I were to eat something, it would come back up. So I think there's some digestion problems. There's some nervousness. The sleep has been disturbed. That's also what I'm feeling. And I'm having a hard time sitting still. Okay, I need to get this energy out. So there's a pressure. There's a pressure to get done what you have to get done, and it's running counter to what your body is asking you to do. So your body wants one rhythm, and these external pressures are asking something else, and you're at a bit of an odds. You're at odds with that because you want to respond to the outside world, but your body is also crying out for something from you. So this is a moment to sit back and do something new, and to actually, this is scary, to put your body's needs first. If that means checking your email an hour later than normal or turning off the computer an hour earlier than normal, try it. It doesn't have to be literally those steps, but what I'm saying is that your body has to start coming first. Your rhythm has to start coming first rather than the pushes and pulls of the external. Sorry, this energy that's in me right now is really, it's really kind of overwhelming. I'm finding it hard to speak, so I understand what it is that you're facing here. There's a fear that happens when I'm not available to respond. What happens when I can't be there? I understand that. But this is saying, when you put your body's rhythm first, that's what the universe is taking to mean that you want for your future. And it helps this transformation actually happen. And then you see that your world and your opportunities are going to now orbit, circumnavigate, and emerge from your rhythm. You're not going to be asked to pull outside your rhythm. You're not going to be asked to work longer hours than you have to. And this is a moment of trust where you're going to have to trust that it is going to still bring you the same abundance, if not more. Because abundance is not just money, it's also health, it's balance, it's all those things. And if one of them is out of whack, then the system can't go for very long. There's a moment of crash that's going to happen at some point. So we're beings that work on opposites. We don't do one or the other. We do both together, held in the perfect balance. And rebirth is card number 20, which is the Fool. So, I'm sorry, rebirth is card number 22, which is a 2, that idea of duality and balance. Yeah, I'm sorry, this knot is just like right there in my stomach. So, if I'm talking to you, please pay attention, because this is a really strong knot. And it would like to be released and relaxed. So this is a chance to start a new pattern. We've got new spirals on this. This is all about new rhythms. So there's a chance to create a new flow, a new balance for yourself in the future. But it has to start on the inside with you. So questions about that, please let me know. I always love to hear from you. And you're welcome to come back a little bit later in the day. I do release complete videos for all 12 signs. So if you have anyone that you'd like to share this kind of video with, their sign will be posted later if it's not already up already. Also invite you to check out your rising sign if you know that. I know from my personal experience, I always have to look at my sun and my rising to get the full picture of what my week's going to be like. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time, and have an awesome week.